Hello everybody! We're on an island somewhere in the Hebrides, and we're continuing the exploration of the island right from the end of the last video. So this is interesting, look at that. We tried to explore that boat, but we couldn't get into the boat.
I've begun to climb, away from the sea and towards the center. It is a straight line to the summit, where the evening begins to coil around the aerial and squeeze the signals into early silence. The bothy squats against the mount to avoid the gaze of the aerial. I too will creep under the island like an animal and approach it from the northern shore.
Well, this is interesting. I can't quite read what it is, but definitely medical supplies of some sort. Okay. Or maybe something else. So we'll just kind of walk up this terraced hill, and I don't think there's anything special about any of these terraces. No, they're just logs. But let's see what's over here. Interesting. Wow, that looks pretty awesome, huh? Yeah, Source Engine does an okay job with landscapes. They just need to work on their foliage, right? So it doesn't move around as and follow you like it's gazing at you as you walk by.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jacobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
Wow, there, now we've got a good view of the island. Look at that. Okay, so let's, first of all, we'll check out this little hut. Looks like a, almost like an in-law's house. Let's see. Not much. Looks a lot like the other one. There's nothing. Huh, what's this? Bail notice. I see. Okay. I wonder how many people notice these little details. I kind of like checking all of them out. Now let's go into the house. I'm sure there's something interesting to see in here, right? Check out the view. Well, whoever lived here had a gorgeous view, didn't they? Look at that. Okay. So now in. Turn the flashlight on, thanks.
My heart is landfill. These false dawns waking into the still never light. I sweat for you in the small hours and wrap my blankets into a mass. I have always heard the waves break on these lost shores, always the gulls forgotten. I can lift this bottle to my ear, and all there ever is for me is this Hebridean music.
Hebridean music. You know what I'm itching to do? I want to loot the hell out of everything. I just want to loot everything. Loot the books. Oh, there, look. Hebridean history. There's quite a lot of history in such a small set of islands, or archipelago. Okay, now what's this? We can't really tell what this is either. Okay, this, there we go. Now, we're getting the idea that maybe whoever's writing these letters to Esther, you know, he'd like fold them up into airplanes and boats and then send them off to sea. But that would destroy, it would ruin the ink, it would wash all the ink off. I don't know why someone would do that. Okay. Oh yeah, burning notes and, wow. Look at all that. And this is a map of, I can't tell. It's hard to tell what that is. Okay, so let's keep moving along. I think we've seen enough of this, right? We may be able to walk up there, but I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't get sidetracked. Let's see. Now, it doesn't look like there's really a way to climb up there. See, because it would let me through if I could. And it's not letting me through. Looks like you should be able to, like, walk around this terrain. Oh, look at that. Now, I wonder how many people would have noticed that. What is that? It's a graveyard of some sort. Okay. Yeah, I heard that, definitely. Okay, well, let's keep moving. I was going to, like, you know, pause and, like, move forward, but I figured I might as well just fluidly glide across the landscape and record all of it. It can't hurt, right? So now we're done with this house. Let's keep moving along the island. There was a path over here. Somewhere. Yeah, see, this is the path. So let's follow it. Actually, yeah, there it is. There it is. Let's just kind of plop down here. And then okay. Now, I wonder if this leads anywhere. It probably
he left
just
his body to the medical school and was duly opened out for a crowd of students 21 days after his passing.
Mm-hmm.
The report is included in my edition of his book. The syphilis had torn through his guts like a drunk driver, scrambling his organs like eggs on a plate. But enough definition remained for a cursory examination, and, as I suspected, they found clear evidence of kidney stones. He's likely to have spent the last years of his life in considerable pain. Perhaps this is the root of his laudanum habit. Although its use makes him an unreliable witness, I find myself increasingly drawn into his orbit.
there, laudanum. So that's another...
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. He'd struggled halfway down the cliff path, perhaps looking for some lost goat, or perhaps in a delirium, and expired, curled into a claw right under the winter moon. Even the animals shunned his corpse. The mainlanders thought to bring it home unlucky. Donnelly claims they dragged it to the caves to thaw out and rot, but he is proving an unreliable witness.
Wow. Very interesting, huh? So, we're going to have to find out what this laudanum habit of his was. And here's yet another shipwreck. You ever notice in these Hebridean Islands, they're just littered and dotted with shipwrecks of all sorts. Well, we're going the right way because I see a big cave up ahead. And sadly, we'll probably have to end the video in a little while, but let's keep moving. And it looks like nightfall will come soon. I can't really tell if there's actually a day and night cycle. There would only be one day and night cycle in the game because it's over within 2 hours. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Huge cave. We're going to have to enter. And I think we're going to find a lot, or this cave is going to reveal a lot about the story as soon as we get in there. And we'll do that in the next video, of course.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken.
Uh-oh.
It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end.
Uh-oh.
The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
I see. Okay, so this is not the cave, but this is, there's definitely some clues at the end of this little ravine. And what is it? Oh, clothes. Somebody hung clothes out to dry. And that's it. It's just a bunch of clothes. That's odd. Okay. Well, yeah, we're going to have to end here, but the cave is actually right around, you know, back out of this ravine and then to the right. So that's where we'll continue in the next video. And maybe you can piece the story together better than I can right now. I'm still trying to figure out what's happening. But anyway, if you like this, then click the like button. And if you subscribe to my channel, then you'll get Dear Esther, Fallout 3, Skyrim, all kinds of games in your inbox. And add a comment if you liked it, and share it with your friends. And we will enter the cave in the next video. Thanks for watching.